be over, right? The scream down the intercom word killer impersonated Dr. Ologi.
You didn't know what was inside each crate.
The killer can't breathe. I give you this, Leon. There were no way the hinges could have been tampered with. Tying the fishing line to Ologi's dead body and giving it a good toss made it look like the fella moved even though he was dead.
Could have been the size.
Wait, look at the liquor. So it looks like we solved this one without you getting all, worked up. If I do like she tells me, it's all gonna be okay. It was Mrs. Tita. Worth it.
I can tell you're excited.
I love this game and I'm very happy to be back to it.
We have to remember who played what characters.
The only ones that were concerning is I played Lucy and you played Alfendi. That's the only ones we need to be concerned about. I'm trying to take a minute now to get into her voice a bit. I know it's something like this, although I'm slipping a bit into it a little more as I go along. I don't know if I'm getting any better or worse. What do you think? What do you think, Prof?
I'm not really sure.
You just slip into it immediately, like slipping into like a pool, and I just am like, So fun fact, guys, May hasn't been able to hear the music before, so I'm really excited. Do you like it?
Yes.
I can't wait for you to hear the special music at character moments.
Character moments.
You'll know.
Oh, well, of course, I'll know.
We've got a very special guest in the studio today, people. It's drop dead gorgeous Miss Dolly Holiday! Thanks, Dwight!
Thanks, Dwight. Darling. It's really quick.
You're gonna be the female?
Oh, wait. Okay, go ahead.
Do you want to be the other character?
I can be the other character, it's fine.
You need to give your best game show voice. It's not really game show, but it's like radio host.
I can do that.
Radio host? Okay. Thanks, Dwight, darling. It'd really be terrific of you to be on the show. Here, I got you something. They're ever so tasty.
Wow, thanks, Dolly.
I think this is the sort of radio... I didn't think this sort of radio were your cup of tea, Prof. You don't like this. Ugh. She can't be Western. Come on. I need to get back in.
You'll figure it out.
This sort of radio were your cup of tea, Prof. You don't like this, do you? Mary Poppins, Doctor Who. Mary Poppins, Doctor Who. That's how I get into a British accent. I think of Mary Poppins and Doctor Who. There we go.
It's not a bad idea.
Mary Poppins, Doctor Who. Mary Poppins, Doctor Who. Okay, I didn't think this sort of radio were your cup of tea, Prof. You don't like this, do you?
I'm just going to stick with the American accent since
You're
that's
fine.
what I've done this whole time.
Don't change anything.
You're not a fan of radio, Lucy.
Oh, I've got naught against a catchy tune and some good banter, but this rubbish? No, not for me. There's something about the way the presenter talks. I don't know what it is, he's just smarmy. I tell you, whenever he has a lass on the show as a guest, he talks totally differently.
It sounds rather like you're a regular listener.
That's you.
That sounds like a fax coming in already.
That's the game show host.
Yes. So, our first request this morning is from Miss Angel Death. I'll be the death of you. Whoa. Sounds like someone wants to turn DJ Dwight Dread into DJ Dwight Dead.
Don't you go down on me now, Dwight. I'd never live it down.
Well, if I am about to sign off for the last time ever, allow me to try one of your mouth-watering offerings first. That hit the spot.
Oi, what's going on? Dwight!
Dwight, are you alright? Let's, go and do an ad break. Come on, quickly.
The Grand Fair sale is now on. No store has more for less, so go down to Daybridge today. What's happening, Prof?
Well, if it's some sort of practical joke, it's certainly very convincing.
Do you want to do his voice or sure?
I don't know who this is.
You wouldn't. We got a new case, boys and girls. A number just went down on the airwaves. What's up, Sniffer? Didn't you just I'm too excited. Breathe. Didn't you have your jugs up wireless just now? That's where the action is.
Are you talking about the radio presenter? It sounded like he collapsed just now.
What else? I'd say the stiff's cold already. So, it weren't just part of the show then? Not in my book. It's a rub-out job. The gumshoe radar was beeping like a car alarm the second it went down. Whatever you say, Sniffer. Hey, I'm telling you, they'll be on the blower asking you to do a snoop any second now.
May well be right.
If it turns out I'm on the mark, you guys wrap it with bows on it for us, right?
We'll do our best. Barring the whole incident being a practical joke, of course.
You won't believe this! We've been floored with calls from anxious listeners of the show. Maybe there's someone in it after all. Time for action, snoopers. I'm gonna make like a slug and shoot it over there to see what the score is.
Excellent. You slug on over there, Sniffer.
I'll get my report back to the clubhouse ASAP. Then it'll be up to you two to bring in the hoods. You speak so strangely and so difficultly to read. Anyways, I can't believe it were really a murder. Can you, Prof?
You don't know anything for sure yet, Lucy. The signs are compelling. Sniffer's rarely wrong.
Aye, he's a revelation, all right, that one.
Indeed, though he has a tendency to get ahead of himself.
I never thought I'd witness someone. No, let me rephrase. I'd hear someone with that like that with my own ears. It happened in a radio studio. They were broadcasting the whole country when the DJ had a funny turn. There were 5 suspects, one of whom we hadn't identified. But despite the lack of misinformation, we've been investigating. All we knew for certain was that we were with... No, I've done it again. What we've heard with our own ears. Case number 5, the DJ's Swansong.
Sniffer sent over his report. The radio presenter is indeed dead.
Oh, yuck! So we're all for real then. I'm surprised it took them so long to confirm it.
The broadcast was at rush hour, fortunately. Police had some difficulties getting to the scene. Investigations are ongoing, but I'll tell you what we know thus far.
I'm all ear, profs, as I'm too excited. I'm all ears, prof, as ever.
The incident took place inside the recording studio of a national radio station. The presenter of the show that was airing at the time goes by the name of Dwight Dread.
Dwight Dread, victim 48, male. A DJ who died on the air. A popular radio host with a deep, rich voice and a lively personality, who was equally well-liked among his colleagues. But his spending habits often landed him in trouble.
Two people were in the studio from the outset, the show's producer and the soundman. Just before going on air, a tea lady from the radio station cafeteria came into the studio with some drinks.
But she didn't linger, eh? She left after she dropped off the drinks.
After that, Dread, the presenter, came into the studio along with a young singer and her manager.
So now we're actually talking about when they actually went on air then.
As soon as the show started, the guest singer gave the presenter a gift of confectionery.
I'm more than a bit curious about what was in that gift.
But before Dread had a chance to sample the offering, something came in the studio fax machine. It was a handwritten note that read, "I'll be the death of you."
Brrr! Sends shivers down your spine, doesn't it?
Believing the fax to be some sort of joke, Dread continued with the show.
Well, you would, wouldn't you?
However, no sooner had Dread put one of his guests' treat into his mouth. Then he started to have difficulty breathing and collapsed on the floor. Understandably worried, the director called for a transmission break. He then sent the soundman to call for the emergency services. About 20 minutes later, police and an ambulance crew arrived at the scene almost simultaneously. However, Dread was already dead.
20 minutes? That's on account of the rush hour traffic you mentioned, eh?
Yes, the radio station is very central, and rush hour was about how long you'd expect it to take.
That's too long, that is. Poor bloke.
And that really is all we know about the events at this point in time. So let's think about our suspects.
Who we've got?
There are 5 of them. First, the young guest on the show, singer Dolly Holiday.
Please tell me you get the pun.
Yes, I do.
Dolly Holiday, suspect 22, female, a sultry singer and a guest on the show. Making an appearance on Dread's show to promote her latest album, her fine figure and suggestive dancing distract from her appalling singing voice.
It was her gift that Dread put into his mouth, just moments before he began to struggle to breathe.
Aye, that's more than a little fishy if you ask me. My money's on that lass.
Second is Holiday's manager, Melody Smith.
Hey, it's me! I'm kidding. Melody Smith, suspect 43, female, a talent agent, had a history with Dread. Holiday's manager, present since her client, whom she was at constant loggerheads, was a guest on the show, an old acquaintance of Dread's.
Apparently, she was an old friend of the deceased.
Oh, aye? Just a coincidence, do you think?
Third, director of the show, Mike De Bonaire.
That's a good pun. Mike DeBonaire, suspect, 45, male, the radio show's director, longtime partner of Dread, and creator and director of the show. An affable man, but known to have quarreled with the victim over money matters.
There's nothing obviously suspicious about his involvement, though his relationship with Dread was stormy.
Which would give him good motive, eh?
Fourth, astounding, a Mr. Randall Mann.
Randall Mann, suspect, 32, male, the radio show's sound man, a former musician turned sound technician, a handsome man with striking features who enjoys cross-dressing and high heels, liked to flirt with the victim. I didn't notice that the first time. Representation.
How would you not notice something like that?
I was too busy focusing on the murder that we listened to.
He was the one who went to call the ambulance, which does put him under a certain amount of suspicion.
It really is hard to believe the emergency services could have taken that long to get there.
Have you seen rush hour traffic?
No, because I can't drive. Well, no, Lucy can probably drive. How old is Lucy here? Lucy's in her 20s. No. Is she 18? I can't remember. Anyways.
Roughly in that area. And finally, there's the tea lady from the cafeteria who brought the drinks.
Tea lady. Suspect, age unknown, female. A radio station tea lady now missing. A part-time employee at the radio station cafeteria who hasn't been seen since taking an order of drinks from the studio where the incident occurred. She
appears to be missing.
Sorry.
No one has seen or heard of her since she delivered the drinks to the studio.
I don't know why there is a timer. I apologize, people.
That may have been your,
That's my laundry.
Yes.
You sure, Proof? That's it then, surely. She's the killer and she's done a runner.
Certainly not an unlikely hypothesis. However, we don't know enough about her yet. We need to see what our inquiries turn up on her first.
I don't know. It's too fishy for my liking. I can't get back into her voice. I'm trying and I just feel like I'm doing awful. I don't know. It's too fishy for my liking.
So, those are the suspects.
Do you want to read the statements now?
Yeah, if you give me a second to plug in my phone. We certainly don't have much to go on at this stage.
Okay, here we go.
Alright, give me a second to plug in my phone.
Oh wow, there's very few statements this time around. There's only 5. Each one giving 1 with one person giving 2. That's the least amount of statements we've had ever. At this point in the game, at least. We were right in the middle of... Oh, sorry, she has a sultry voice. We were right in the middle of the show, and the DJ just suddenly looked like he couldn't breathe or something. I didn't do anything, you know I mean. That just sounds like a deeper Lucy voice. I have no idea if it's good. I'm self-conscious about my voices again. Dolly didn't do anything. I was watching her the whole time. I bet this is a plot by someone who's trying to slow my girl down. They're all just jealous.
I ran straight over to Dwight to see if he was alright. I couldn't find a pulse, so I told Randall to go and fetch help. I have no idea what kind of voice to do for this.
It were the tea lady who brought the drinks in. I don't know her myself, but I must say, I don't know why he's sounding Western. I want him somewhere like a cool dude, like chill. I don't know myself, but I must say, I did hear she and Dwight were an item. Not that I ever saw them, you know. After Dwight collapsed, Mike barked at me to go and call the emergency services. I was all in a flutter. I didn't get back to the studio until the police arrived. I didn't go back to the studio until the police arrived. That's all we have for statements.
That's surprisingly little.
It's not a lot. This is also the first case where we have 5 suspects.
Fair.
And what do you think about hearing the murder?
I'd be surprised if I heard a murder on the air, but...
Okay, let's continue.
But, what's your hunch? Do you think did it?
I see! You're going to make me have a stab at it, even though you admit we don't know enough to have... I see! You're going to make me have a stab at it, even if you admit that we don't have enough info yet.
Of course. I always tell you how important it is to pay attention to your intuition. So, let's hear it. Then we'll get down to the real detective work.
Investigate the crime scene.
It'd be best to have a think about it because it's a basic poison. It's obviously a poisoning thing.
It wasn't.
It would either be poisoning or unintentional death.
I don't know. I mean, the only way to do that is to investigate the crime scene.
I'd rather have a think.
Although I do have to go change my laundry real quick, so I'm gonna do that. And
Go do that. Go do that. No! I forbid you! You will not come to their room and yell. Okay, let me just get real close to the mic.
We're getting real close to the mic here. Hi, guys. It's ASMR Roommate. Hi.
I can't take it seriously, I can't.
We're doing ASMR. Grim is also here.
Ah!
You unmute it?
Maybe.
Okay. We have a returning ASMR roommate.
Okay, bye, guys. Bye.
Sorry about that, but I do have a cookie now. Cookie.
Wonderful. I still want to have a think about it.
I don't know. I don't think we're gonna get to investigate the crime scene. Okay.
You get to be able to investigate the crime scene later, right?
Yeah, but I don't like it.
I mean, I'd really rather have a think about it.
Okay.
Okay. Allow me to give you my opinion. I believe the culprit to be Dolly Holiday.
Why do you do this to me? He just tells us what he thinks it is. Give over! You don't really think she did it, do you?
Oh yes, let's see. .43.6% sure of it.
That's the lowest percentage he's ever given us. Like, the lowest percentage.
We've never really... Well...
What do you mean he hasn't given us percentages? We've had like...
He had... It's been a
like
while, okay?
98.6, 96.7, 87.2. That's rubbish!
Yes. Well, there are simply too many pieces of the puzzle missing at this stage.
That's not much of a number to go on, is it? That doesn't exactly inspire confidence, Prof.
No, it's a fairly weak conjecture. But still, there are a number of questions I'd like to ask Miss Holiday. After all, she was right next to Dread when he collapsed.
Oh, I see. Oh, I see. That's it, isn't it? Right, well, I suppose I'd best go and see if I can get in touch with... Is this the mystery room or what? Holiday, what are you doing here? One of your detective fellas told me to come dinner here, eh? A right little so-and-so he was. He threatened me, you know? He'd say pinch me and check me elbows if I didn't come in. Oh, right. That does sound like our detective Sergeant Hard.
Yes, he's, very sharp.
That's the phone. That's the phone. I forgot about this. So, what you lot get up to here and then anyway? Anything special?
Special Division of Scotland Yard, where we investigate especially heinous crime.
Look, I don't know what's going on, but at the end of the day, I want to know if you're arresting me or not.
No. I really wish to ask you a few questions to help speedy resolution of the case.
Oh no, officer. I never speed. That's ever so dangerous. I always stick to the speed limit, me.
Let me try to explain. You are a witness, you see, Miss Holiday.
Poof! Message from Sniffer. He says she's the one! Why would you say this in front of her, Lucy? Why would you say this in front of her? Squeeze the canary till she squeals were his precise words. You know how he is. Hang on, that's not what you just told me now, isn't it? I said something wrong.
Allow me to reassure you. In truth, yes, you are under suspicion of perpetrating this crime. However, no one has concluded that you are indeed guilty. Would you be so kind as to cooperate with our investigation so as to clear your name?
Well, if I have to, I got better things to do with me time, though. Know what I mean? I'm trying to make her sound different from Lucy. I think that I came in the hallway through some up there. Still, looks like you've managed to calm her down now.
Okay. So, first let's examine the body, shall we? We need to investigate the poison that induced death. I told you it was a poison case.
We would know this if we investigated the crime scene, so we could make.
I knew it was a poison case before we even got to this point.
Who do you think it is? You think it's Holiday?
I don't know who it is yet.
Okay.
I'm also particularly interested in the song request sheet that the victim read out moments before his death.
Right then, let's get down to business to defeat the Huns.